Hello students, in the last lecture we have studied about the introduction part of the engineering electromagnetics. Next, as there is a module 1, it is nothing but mixture of both electrostatics and vector analysis. Let us first chapter 1 we start with vector analysis. Now in this vector analysis, to study vector analysis, here actually plays an important role in the understanding the electromagnetic field. So here we already know that it is seen that distribution of quantity in the space is defined by a field. So hence the quantify the field three-dimensional plays an important role. Okay, such a three-dimensional representation can be made by the use of vector analysis, right? So the problem involving the mathematical operations related to the fields distributed in three-dimensional space can be conveniently handled with the help of vector analysis. So the complete pictorial representation and clear understanding of the fields and laws governing such fields will with the help of vector analysis. So thus the good knowledge of vector analysis is an essential prerequisite for understanding the engineering electromagnetics. So vector analysis is a mathematical shorthand tool with which electromagnetic concepts can be most conveniently expressed, right? So in that we start with the first section, that is actually various quantities involved in the study of engineering electromagnetics can be classified as scalars and vectors. So scalars, first we see what is a scalar. Scalar is referred to the quantity whose value may be represented by a single positive or negative real number. For example, it includes distance, temperature, mass, density, pressure, volume and time. What is vector quantity? Vector quantity has both magnitude and direction in space. We are especially concerned with the 2 and 3 dimensional spaces only. So displacement, velocity, acceleration and force are the examples of the vector. Now a scalar notation, it can be represented by A or Italian or plain A, and vector notation can be represented by bold A or plain with arrow mark. So these are the examples of scalar and vector. Now you can also define a scalar field. The distribution of scalar quantity with a definite position in the space is called as a scalar field, right? For example, temperature of the atmosphere. So it has a definite value in the atmosphere but no need of direction to specify, hence it is a scalar field. What about vector field? Vector field is a quantity which is specified in the region to define a field in which vector is a vector, then the corresponding field is called as a vector field. For example, gravitational force. So gravitational force having a mass in a space with a direction, right? So hence can also define scalar field as well as vector field. So this is about the scalars and vectors, scalar field and vector field. Now we jump to the vector algebra, right? So here vector algebra is nothing but, in this you already know algebra means addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. can be performed with the vectors. In this section the following mathematical operations with the vectors are discussed, right? So here you can do scaling operation and addition operation, subtraction operation, right? Okay, so here scaling can find out, and this one addition and subtraction. Scaling actually is nothing but a multiplication by a scalar, and you can multiply scalar to a vector. So you can see here this section in the figure, it is addition of two vectors, a plus b, vector a, vector b, and here you can, like this also you can add a and b will give a plus b. So it will hold, or the vector algebra will hold this law, that is nothing but it can have associative law, this is associative law, and you can see here a minus b can be written as a plus minus b. A by n is can be written by 1 by n a, or a minus b is equal to 0 is nothing but equal to a is equal to 0, right? So these are the, you can perform scaling. The vector algebra scaling means what? Multiplying with the scalar to a vector. If the scaling is positive, you can increase or decrease the vector magnitude. If alpha, if it is a scaling factor multiplied to a vector, if alpha is greater than 1, the original vector is magnitude is increased. If alpha is less than 1, the original vector magnitude is decreased. If alpha is negative, it can be increased or decreased in the reverse direction. Okay, so this is scaling. And addition you can do perform, and subtraction like this, a minus b is nothing but can be written as a plus or minus b, right? So like this you can have vector algebra for engineering electromagnetics.